Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. I hope you had a great staycation for spring break. I am glad to be back with you, and this is your language arts lesson for Monday, April 20th. Okay, so our question of the week is: how can we be responsible when we make a mistake? So I have a little poem here I want to read to you. It says, one day I'd like to break the rules, play with my food, throw the tools, stay up all night and watch TV. Now wouldn't that be fun for me? Wait, I don't feel very well. Wait, I don't feel very well. Some stuff is broken. Truth to tell, after all the knocks I've had, I think that rules are not half bad. So, this week, again, we're going to focus on how we can be responsible when we make a mistake because, as we know, mistakes are part of life. So, let's look at Reading Street, pages 324 to 325. You see some things happening here. And it says, let's talk about making mistakes. Share information about what happens if rules are broken, and share ideas about why rules have a purpose. So, let's take a look at what's happening in the picture. How is the older child showing good judgment? Let's take a look. Well, she's holding the younger child's hand as they walk. Why would this action be a good rule? Well, I think it would keep the younger child safe. So, what mistakes have happened in the other pictures? Let's look. So, I see that a girl broke a glass and a boy broke a lamp. Who do you think these children should apologize to? Let's think about it. Okay. Well, looks like it's a store owner that needs to be apologized to. So, that's what's happening there. We have our Sing With Me Big Book, and this is called Best Judgment. So, when we do something wrong or make mistakes, we should apologize. So, you're working with, there are 3 amazing words I want you to look for in this song: apologize, citizen, and judgment. So, let's look for an example showing the meaning of apologize. Well, I will apologize to my friend for not sharing my toys. I will apologize to my mom for not cleaning my room. So, which would someone most likely apologize for? Saying something mean or feeding the dog? Which one would they apologize for? Well, of course, it would be saying something mean. Feeding the dog is a nice thing to do. So let's talk about the word judgment. It looks like the boy did something wrong when he hit the ball. What mistake in judgment did he make? Well, if you wanted to use the word judgment in a sentence, you could say, he made a mistake in judgment about how far his ball would travel or which way it would go. Who should the boy apologize to? Think about if you could use the word apology in your answer. So a possible response would be, he should apologize to the homeowner. And what is something a good citizen could do when he or she breaks something in the neighborhood? Well, a good citizen could offer to pay or replace the broken item. So I'm going to flip to the next slide and we're going to play our song. Look for those amazing words in the song. right, kids. So next we're going to go on to review our sound spelling cards. So the sound we're working on is ah, ah. So here you see a picture of an audience. And ah, the sound ah you hear in the word audience can be spelled A-U. So let's say that sound together. Ah. All right, the next sound spelling card. Now laugh, laugh. Okay, sorry kids, that was my error. This is not an A-U-G-H. This is well, it is, but it's a different sound. The sound we're looking for is ah again, and that is the spelling for the ah you hear in the word daughter, daughter. So A-U-G-H spells the ah that you hear in the word daughter. And let's take a look at the next one. And here you see a beautiful hawk, hawk. And the A-W spells the sound ah you hear in the word hawk can be spelled with A-W. So those are your sound spelling cards for the week. And let's practice some word blending. So, ball, paw, walk, vault, crawl, cause, talking, fault, daughter, bald, fawn, and naughty. So you see some of those spellings from the sound spelling cards in those words. Now let's take a look at pages 326 and 327 in your Reading Street book. And let's take a look at these little pictures that we see here. So look at the pictures on this page. I see a hawk, an audience, a daughter, and chalk. I hear the sound ah in the words hawk, audience, daughter, and chalk. In hawk, the ah is spelled A-W. In audience, ah is spelled A-U. And in daughter, ah is spelled A-U-G-H. In chalk, ah is spelled A-L. So let's read these words that I can blend. Saucer, paw, taught, pause, chalkboard. And then we have the sentences I can read. The saucer fell near my kitty's paw. My coach taught me not to pause. Let's show Dad on the chalkboard. Now, page 327 says I can read. So I want you guys to read along with me. And we're looking at those vowel patterns A-W, A-U, A-U-G-H, and A-L. So, when Paul was small, he crawled before he could walk. His mom always caught him before he could fall. His dad taught him to ride a trike before a bike. Paul would pause before beginning to talk. Now Paul is no longer small. He can walk and talk and ride a bike without help. He can draw and write and put together jigsaw puzzles. Paul is proud of all he can do. All right, guys, so now you are ready to do page 433 in your Readers and Writers Notebook. So let's look for some of these sound spellings. Saw, auto, caught, and chalk. And let's read through. We're going to write a word from the box to match each picture. So let's read through these words in the box. Daughter, draw, fall, naughty, raw, sauce, thaw, and walk. So you are going to write a word from the box to match each picture. On the bottom, you're going to write a word from the box that is the opposite of each word below. So you're looking for an opposite of these words. And then mark the space for the word that has the vowel sound in saw. Notice they're saying sound, not spelling. So sound, it does make a difference. So now that you've completed that page, you're ready to go on to Reading Street, pages 328 and 329. All right, boys and girls. So on these pages, what you're learning about is main idea and details. The main idea is the most important idea in a selection. A main idea is often stated in a sentence within the first or second paragraph. Use what you've learned about identifying the main idea and follow the organizer below as you read the biggest signs. So they've got the paragraphs numbered. What is in the first paragraph? What does that tell you? What does the second paragraph tell you? What does the third paragraph tell you? And all of this gives you what the story is about. Now, another kind of sophisticated comprehension strategy is inferring. So I want to read this with you. Good readers use what they know and what they read to make inferences. They make good guesses about the story. As you read the biggest signs, think about why companies use billboards. How do you know? Write what you think and share it with a partner. So you guys don't have partners here, but just think about it, okay? Just think about it. So let's take a look at this story. When I read, I look for the main idea in each paragraph. I notice several details about huge signs in this paragraph. The details tell me where the signs may be seen and that they have been around for a long time. So let's read that. The biggest signs. You've probably seen them next to the road. Maybe you've seen one on top of a building. They are huge signs that tell you where to shop or what to eat. These have been around for a long time. So let's look at that little strategy there. Why do you think these signs are so big? All right, so the details tell me the signs have been there for a long time. This third sentence tells the main idea of the paragraph. They are huge signs that tell you where to shop or what to eat. Why do companies put these signs up? The author does not tell us, but I think that what the author does say about the signs, that they tell where to shop and what to eat, and what I already know about the signs, I can infer that companies put up signs to persuade us to buy things. So let's read on. In the United States, the first billboards were made more than 100 years ago. The first big signs were circus signs. They told people when the circus was coming. The signs had pictures of clowns and other acts. Soon, many companies were using billboards. They also started adding lights to billboards. Now people could see these big signs at night. Many billboards were put up next to highways because people were driving more. So the skill there says, what is the main idea of this paragraph? And let's continue reading. Today, some billboards have parts that move. Some even have screens that show short movies. Think about billboards that you have seen. So the skill on the bottom says, what is the topic of the selection? What is the main idea of this selection? So those are some things to think about. Main idea and details. Now you are ready to do page 435 in your Readers and Writers Notebook. You are going to read the story and follow the directions. So You have just a couple little questions to answer. Following that, I want to go over your vocabulary words. So let's talk about what these words are and what they mean. So, afternoon, the time of day between noon and night. So it's after 12 o'clock. We just learned all that in math. So, blame is to say that something is someone's fault. Idea, a thought or an opinion. Important, having great meaning. Sign maker, someone who makes signs or public notices that give information. And townspeople, people who live in a town. So those are your vocabulary words for the week. And now you are prepared to do page 434 in your Readers and Writers Notebook. You're going to pick a word from the box to finish the sentence and write the word on the line. So you've got your vocabulary words in there. And you may pause the video while you do this page. Following that, you are going to read a humorous story. So your writing assignment this week is going to be to write a humorous story. So you don't need to do that today. We're going to work through that writing assignment this week. So right now, what I want you to do is to, well, let's read this. An amazing morning, writing prompt. Write a humorous story about a character who has a good imagination. And then here's an example. Roberto got up late. He missed the bus and had to walk to school in the pouring rain. What a walk! It was raining cats and dogs. Roberto just missed stepping on a poodle. A chihuahua nearly landed on his head. He saw his neighbor wrestling with an enormous tabby cat that was clinging to her umbrella. When Roberto got to school, he had to wring out his jacket. His teacher, Miss Pierce, asked, Roberto, why are you so late? And how did you ever get so wet? Roberto grinned. You'll never guess what happened on the way to school this morning, he said. So, again, you don't have to do a writing assignment today. I just want you to read this example and get an idea of what a humorous story is. So, that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you at the Zoom meeting. 10 o'clock. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.